All right, quarters, we are back in Death Stranding 2, continuing right where we left off. I was hanging out on GameFound, a board game company. Dimension Games was running a campaign for their board game Dawn of Madness. Wanted to be there while they were completing the campaign, and their crowdfunding ended at a very close 900,090 or 900,050. Let's see what they actually ended up at. Very close to $1 million. 952,045.77. So just about $48,000 shy of 1 million, but still, this was a repeat of their previous campaign for Dawn of Madness. They made some additions, they made some upgrades to the game, and I have the core game and the miniature expansion to where it changes all the cardboard standees into plastic miniatures, so it just makes table presence and the overall enjoyment of the game much more. So they made a save system, they made some storage boxes, they made new expansions, so new stories, new narrative. All the audio or all the narrative is now going to be audio narrated. So that'll be something very interesting to see and listen to. So wanted to hang out there. They just completed, again, well done, very well run campaign. Congratulations to Dimension Games, and that's spelled D-I-E. All right, let me go ahead and close the campaign, jump up to my YouTube channel so that we can get that on display. And I have my database up, and that database is a Microsoft Excel file that I use and update with all the data that I collect. And I want to make sure that as I play the game, I write down all the things that I find, compare it to Death Stranding 1, see what compares, see what's different, and just give it sort of a nice look over. All right, let me get the chat live, get that popped out, get that over here to the left. Actually, we'll go over here, and we'll check audio. 1, 2, 3. All right, audio sounds good. Okay, cool. Got our database. Everything's up. This is going to be a bright. I need to work on the camera to see what it is that I can do to change this, but it's primarily based on what the TV shows. So if the TV is looking at something really bright, it's going to be bright on my face, and I'm just going to have to try my best. Okay, so we just arrived in Australia. It doesn't really look much different than what I saw in Mexico. We'll see if there's some major differences that I see. We just got onto the Magellan, so we've joined Drawbridge. So we are with Fragile. I'm learning that
if nothing else, this journey should give you a chance to mourn.
We also have Dollman. You can see there hanging on the left side of Sam's suit, and also spoiler, big spoiler. It sounds like Lou has died and now is back on Sam's chest, at least a chiral connected, stranded version of Lou. We'll see exactly what that means and if it's actual. There's a useless bridge up here, but only useless if this place starts to flood. And I guess rain could bring water down from there, but alright, let's go grab our tri-wheel.
You know, I meant it when I said I understand how you feel. But if you hold on to the sadness, it will weigh you down like...
I don't like how the audio is cut out. Like, just finish the thought. This isn't necessarily a pause. Alright, let's see. Fabrication, storage, retrieve cargo. I guess I don't have a vehicle anymore. Oh, there's the garage. Alright, let's go ahead and retrieve. Alright, good. See some vehicles back there. Alright, make sure I don't have any missions to pick up. No orders. Okay, let's just go ahead and move. Alright, our objective is out that way. Got a small structure up here to the top left. Would be interesting if I could build my own units. This could also be a bandit camp. What is this location? I feel like I've already been... This is still Mexico. Okay, this is still Mexico. This is still Mexico, right? Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I am still in Mexico. I guess I'm supposed to go over here. This is where I'm headed. Okay. So I was supposed to go to the gate, and I guess that takes me to Australia. Okay. Like, what? Alright, so... I don't want to go down into here, I don't think. So we're just gonna try our best. We might have to do some mountain climbing. I might need to go get some ladders. Unless I can cut through. Oh, okay. Guess I'll just cut right through. Hold on. Hold on, what are we doing here? Okay. Okay. We'll learn, we'll learn. Caroline Polachek, courtesy of Perpetual Novice on the beach. Seems very weird that they'd have this awesome music soundtrack and then cut it off right here. That's very weird. Pigs, probably.
What's the deal with them?
I've never seen them before. They almost look like they're on a pilgrimage.
They can just waltz right through the gate like that?
It would seem so. Once you extend coverage into Australia, the chiral network should afford us some additional security. Or at least allow us to maintain a record of whoever uses the gate. It bears repeating that the UCA does not intend to restrict access to it. They only want to ensure safe passage for everyone traveling between the continents. make our way to the plate gate. Careful.
Oh wait, can I take my vehicle? Hopefully I don't have to buy another one. Nothing, huh? Thought maybe I'd put on some glasses and make it look, you know, realistic, like he's trying to protect himself while riding a vehicle that has no windshield. Okay, hold on, I gotta... Get some screenshots there. See? Death Stranding 1. That middle one was always holding a child.
A strange place if ever I've seen one.
Alright, pause there for a quick second. Wish there was a faster way to turn my camera on and off.
There should be a terminal this way. Let's keep moving.
No, I keep not moving through the liquid. I guess it's okay to move through liquid. I'm not quite sure what this is. Might just be where it's bubbling up from. Alright, just testing the tar. This is like what, the in-between? Alright, let me get the new update for Dawn of Madness just popped. I want to go ahead and take a look at that real quick. I'm sure they're congratulating everybody and thanks for being a part of the awesome campaign. Let's see here. Thank you. Campaign has come to an end, but this is the This is only the beginning. We'll be back soon with updates on the Pledge Manager, production progress, and the path ahead. The campaign is officially ended. And from the bottom of our hearts, we thank each and every one of you. Your support and encouragement, feedback have helped immensely. Alright, I got my comment in there. Just want to make sure I'm interacting with the community. Alright, connect to Cupid. I imagine that Steamforged Games, another board game company, designer, developer, could make a Death Stranding board game. I kind of regret not doing the Horizon Zero Dawn one. Alright, well there's Australia, a very small portion of it. They've got a pretty massive chunk of it. But again, they did the United States, and it wasn't the entirety of the United States. It would have been cool if it was that size, but comparatively, we'll see what we get here. Okay, so we'll take a closer look at it. It didn't look all that big. It wasn't like this massive map.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks again, Sam. The chiral network connection to Australia is holding steady, and you'll be happy to hear we made it here in one piece. Just to let you know, when you come back to the DHV Magellan, our patron would like to talk to you.
Cool that it can, like, alright, map. Alright, so we're gonna pull this out. You can see this is Australia. It does not feel that big. I don't know if this is just a small section of it, that red section that I unlocked, but it looks like this is that small piece, right? That showed up on the red square. Like this does not feel like a very big map. That is a structure. This has to be a small, tiny sliver. It has to be. There's no way this could be the entirety of the map. This just has to be the bottom corner, right? Like, this is tiny in comparison. I think this is even tiny in comparison to the last. I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably jumping ahead of myself, but This is a pretty small map. All right, just stop, stop like tearing myself or tearing the whole thing up before it even has a chance to get somewhere. All right, let's get over to the Magellan vehicle. Let's take that. Oh wait, I gotta go over to the Magellan. I guess I could have gone that way.
Thank you, Sam. I'd like you to meet someone.
Hello, Sam. My name is Charlie.
Charlie's Drawbridge's patron.
Hear me out, Sam. I want you to help us bring Australia into the network. Drawbridge has been selected to oversee this critical operation. People saw what you did in Mexico and wanted more of the same.
What are you trying to pull?
There are reasons why I can't tell you who I am, Sam. But to be clear, I'm not APAS, nor am I your enemy.
What, you think I'm just gonna trust the words of some faceless mannequin?
I need you to trust me. I'm the one paying for the ship and this whole operation at considerable personal risk.
Nah, I want to see a face, or no deal.
A face? Very well. Since you won't take it from me, maybe it should come from someone you know. How's this? Pick one of your old comrades, and I'll speak to you with their voice. Who would you like? Who would you trust?
Like, is this... I'm gonna go with Lochner. I mean, it's Mama's clone.
It's been a while, but not really. Mulligan, Lochner, we're the same.
As I'm sure you are well aware, Mama's Khan now resides within Lochner. Adding my persona to the two sounds confusing. No, let's avoid that.
So I don't have a choice.
Call me Dead Man. I'm well acquainted with the dead.
Last I heard, he took a one-way trip to the beach. Seems a little soon, don't you think?
Okay. So, the very beginning of the game, I arrived at Sam's hideout, and Fragile showed up and asked Sam, "Will you join me? Will you help connect Mexico to the network?" And there was two choices. I'll do it, and no. I said no because, why not choose? It was an illusion. I did it twice. It was an illusion. So here we are again. And I'm not saying this is bad. This is Hideo's way of, hooking and pulling you in directions that you think you have a choice. There is an illusion of choice here. I was excited, but, we'll see what happens. Maybe my choice will have an effect in some way. But I chose Lochner to be the face. And they made a reason why it couldn't be Lochner. I've chosen Dead Man. And now they've chosen a reason not to make a Dead Man. I could choose Die Hardman. I guess that would be the president.
Sam, this is Die Hardman.
Choosing Die Hardman. What's the reason?
All right. Pulling up his profile from the database.
How about now, Sam? Feeling more at ease already, I'm sure.
You tell me, old buddy, if this is a UCA-sanctioned op, who knows about it?
You misunderstand. Then again, there's a lot I still haven't explained to you, isn't there? I think it's time a certain someone made an appearance. I'd like you to meet the President.
The new president? The guy who took over after Die Hardman?
Not precisely. The UCA doesn't have a presidential system anymore. Die Hardman was the first and only president, making it one of the shortest-lived single executive administrations in history. One can only guess what he felt about it. Previously, the president was subject to the will of the people via popular vote every 4 years. APAS, however, is far more efficient. It can ascertain public opinion in real time and thereby determine the appropriate course of action. This led to the adoption of a new model.
President guy? You just told me he isn't really the president.
He is not the president of the UCA. Rather, he serves as the president of APAC. APAC is a privately owned corporation responsible for the operation and oversight of APAS, a service provider to which we may delegate day-to-day governance.
Your performance in Mexico was exemplary. We cannot thank you enough. Well done. Truly. I firmly believe that the only ones capable of expanding the network into Australia are those who helped establish it here at home. That means you, Sam. And you too, Fragile. APAS has determined that you have the highest probability of success in this endeavor.
APAS and the chiral network are all built on UCA tech. If you expand their reach beyond our borders, then you're expanding their influence as well, aren't you?
A valid concern. But it wasn't the UCA that made the final decision. It was APAC, a private corporation. The UCA has no involvement whatsoever in this matter. Sam, it may interest you to know that linking up Australia will also serve a greater goal. You see, the plate gate that connects North America and Australia only matured after you united America with the chiral network. On that basis, we believe that a new gate will manifest somewhere within Australia once full chiral connectivity is achieved. At that time, APAS should have sufficient data to calculate the location of other points of connection between continents. With this information, APAS can then proceed to extrapolate the positions of these landmasses. In other words, this mission is not just about linking up a single continent. By connecting Australia, we will be one step closer to reclaiming a pre-Death Stranding world where everyone is part of a greater whole. I hope my answer alleviates your concern.
And a little lapel or something
Guess so.
pen that was the crabs.
Tell me, though, who's Charlie to you?
He may speak for me as necessary to ensure the operation proceeds according to plan. Our corporation, however, will calculate what factors are essential for your success and will provide you with direct support. Welcome aboard, Sam. Charlie, we'll take it from here.
It will be your job to travel the continent and connect the people, Sam. But know that everyone on this ship is ready and eager to back you up. You won't be on your own this time.
So, you're gonna do it?
Do I have a choice?
Did it before. Seems like the only thing I'm good at.
Okay.
Did you manage to get some sleep, Sam? I'd like to take a moment to go over the details of the request that Drawbridge has agreed to handle. Access the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal when you're ready to proceed.
Anna, looks like you've been supplied with a Drawbridge crew hat. Try it on for size. I have a feeling it'll suit your style.
We can discuss anything you like here, Sam. It's a private room, after all. So if you ever want to sit down and talk, I'd be happy to share my thoughts on a variety of topics, along with any discoveries I happen to make. And who knows, some of it may even be of use to you as you work to connect all of Australia to the chiral network. You know, it looks as though you've been issued a few different hats, Sam. Why not experiment and switch up your headgear to suit your mood? You can also change the outfit I'm wearing if you like. I shall put my faith in your impeccable sense of fashion. Out of curiosity, Sam, did you notice that the mirror above your sink displays images of the outside world? These images change as we travel and actually show what's waiting for us outside the DHV Magellan when we disembark. Prolonged living inside an enclosed space can be bad for one's mental health due to the unchanging environment. That's why I asked Tarman to implement this particular feature. A digital photo frame, so to speak. An easy to understand name, don't you think? Though I'm the only one who calls it that. Anyway, it'll give you a preview of our surroundings. That's sure to have some practical benefits. Showers these days are truly impressive, Sam. They really are. They're able to collect all the minute chiral crystals from your wastewater and repurpose them for later use. The ones on board the DHV Magellan are the latest model. You would do well to use them regularly. It's important to remember that defeating BTs isn't the same as eliminating a threat once and for all. These entities are simply being driven back to the world of the dead for the time being. Feeling well rested after some quality shut-eye?
I guess that would just be infinite, right? There's new stuff there, sync. Let's go to the surface.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Another curious vision.
All right, Sam. Let me give you a rundown of your new job. The big one. It's the same deal as America. The people here are isolated. The cities are cut off from one another. And so, to bring all of Australia into the chiral network, we want you to cross the continent and link up key locations using your Cupid. To begin with, You'll connect several facilities in sequence on your way to the closest city to here, West Fort Knott. Charlie will brief you on the order that will take you to the first facility.
Your first destination is home to what they're calling the government. They seek to establish a new administration to fill the void left by Australia's collapse. As the concept of formal governance is a distant memory to most, they opted for a simple name. These people are currently suffering from the effects of severe chiral contamination. But with UCA technology, they should be able to make a full recovery. The cargo you'll be entrusted with contains everything they need for their treatment. If we can deliver it and earn their trust, they should be amenable to joining the chiral network. Needless to say, it's their business to know the current lay of the land, and we would benefit from their support. We're already seeing anomalous chiralium readings throughout Australia. There's even a BT area not far from where we are now. A BB pod should allow you to use your Ultra deck to ascertain the location of BTs, but it's unclear if that pod will function correctly at this time. Proceed with the utmost caution.
Charlie may be our patron, but he likes to get his hands dirty whenever he can. He's been an excellent advisor to us as well. I say this to assure you that any instructions Charlie gives have been discussed with and approved by me. All right, let's get to it. Review the details of the main order on the delivery terminal.
Updating with new data supplied by Drawbridge from outside chiral network coverage.
These are like massive cuts in the landscape. I guess.
Delivery route finalized.
I don't think... Do I need to fabricate or just... New decals? Alright, let's... It's already out, I guess. Okay, so that's good. Confirm.
Sam, this is Charlie. APAS has been analyzing your actions so far, and it seems it's added some new upgrades tailored to your preferred way of working. It's my understanding that additional servers are currently being installed on several beaches, which should result in a marked increase in APAS's processing power. Due to the timeless nature of the beach, the potential to boost APAS's capabilities is infinite. Its analysis will therefore grow more comprehensive as you complete more orders, meaning you can expect additional enhancements to become available soon. Experiment with them and see what you like.
I don't want to necessarily take it off. Okay, so I think it's just new, garage, customized look, black camo, Dolman outfits. Do you have a green suit? Kind of green. Olive. Okay, yeah. Sapiens to Ludens. Okay, so this is probably what's going to be the skill tree. Activating an enhancement requires you to create an unbroken connection to it using your available memory. Your enhancements can be freely changed whenever you have chiral network coverage, allowing you to select a bespoke loadout for specific orders. Simple noise canceller generates sound waves that are the precise inverse of those made by Sam's footsteps, effectively neutralizing them and rendering his movements almost silent. Continual recording of analysis of Sam's footsteps allow this enhancement to be developed. Improved MP bullets boost the accuracy and power of the bullets. Augmented terrain scanner doubles the terrain scanner range, allowing Sam to analyze terrain at a greater distance. Sensor mode change. Adds a mode to the Odredex terrain scanner which reduces its overall detection area in order to increase the range. This enhancement was developed in order to allow porters to respond to a wider range of situations while in the field. Improved water filtration. Augments your canteen's water filtration capabilities, allowing it to fill more quickly when submerged in rivers or exposed to timefall. Supposedly, it also makes the contents taste better. I'll go with that one. Do I have a certain number of points? And where are my total points? Am I missing something here? Okay. I'll have to get used to that a little bit more. I'm not quite sure what I got.
Feels good.
All right. Away we go.
Somewhere nearby. Keep an eye on your Odredex movements as you proceed.
The whole area just feels like I'm on Mars.
Might there be somewhere we can cross more easily?
Cross pretty easily, it seems like.
Almost there.
Oh wow, okay.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
You're that bloke with drawbridge, aren't you? So you really came, eh? Cut straight through BT territory just to bring us our cargo.
Cargo.
It's quite a feat. Been waiting a long time for someone like you to show up. Let's see how well you were able to handle our delivery. I'm glad to see you handled our delivery with care.
Care.
Service.
Yeah, they definitely go Australian accent, don't they? Yeah.
Like everyone says, you're a man people can count on.
That's right, I can be counted on. Crikey.
Already put that decontamination unit to good use. The chiralium levels had really gotten out of hand, so you couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks.
Thank you, mate.
Anyway, go ahead and connect us with that Cupid or whatever it is.
You are an uninformed individual. That Cupid, or whatever it is. That's like saying that car, or whatever that four-wheeled thing is. Thanks, Sam, or whatever your name is. Cupid connected. Weapon data. A bullet gun. Ooh, I love bullet guns. I have to look a lot closer at that firmware.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
APAS enhancement. You've been enhanced. Enhance.
A chiral communications transmission. With this network at our disposal, we might be able to make our dream a reality. We want to build a world where even the weakest among us have a chance. A world where people come together to stand against those who embrace violence.
Violence.
Ever since the Death Stranding, this continent has been afflicted by terrible environmental changes. It was bad enough, but out of nowhere, the anomalies became a hell of a lot more dramatic. Skyrocketing levels of chiral contamination. Those bloody watcher things coming out of the woodwork. Didn't realise it at the time, but the escalation of all this insanity coincided with the UCA's connection to the network and the appearance of the Plategate. The chiral network is causing instability beyond the reach of its coverage, which means the only way to fix it is to link up all of Australia. At least, that's what we here believe. To support your efforts, we've shared the data we have about the continent with your people. Information about the brigands and so on. Use it to the best of your ability. We're not doing any better than the UCA or Mexico, I'm afraid. Only difference is the presence of armed belligerents we call brigands, as well as a new type of BT we've been seeing all over lately. The brigands have been trying to bring us to heel and are a right pain in the ass. They've got an irrational enmity for new tech like the chiral network, you see. They've also been seeing major earthquakes all over the continent, as well as devastating floods due to heavy tidefall. You have your work cut out for you while you're down under, that's for sure. Due to our proximity to a BT area, this shelter was subject to significant chiral contamination. Said area has also been the source of a new type of BT. Unlike the usual sort, these ones are able to see us. Clear as day. As such, we've taken to calling the buggers Watchers. And they're every bit as dangerous as any other BT. You're gonna want to steer clear at all costs.
You know, I have a very odd conspiracy theory. I'm a Cyberpunk 2077 fan. I love the game. I play it regularly. I've kind of stopped playing it so that I could play this. But if the update for Cyberpunk 2077 2.3 launched, right now it's delayed. It was supposed to come out on the 26th, but they've delayed it to give it more time. It happened to launch, or again, I have a 48-hour early access. This is supposed to come, what is it, the 24th? This is supposed to launch tomorrow, evening, probably at around 9 p.m., worldwide, or for those that didn't get the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition came with a 48-hour early pass, so that you could play. But just before the launch of Cyberpunk 2077's 2.3 update, which is as substantial as 2.2, they delayed it, and I'm wondering if CD Projekt Red was like, you know what, let's give a little bit more time to work on it, and let's remove because CD Projekt Red has a very popular game, Cyberpunk 2077, and when things happen in update, the gaming community kind of focuses on it, right? So I'm wondering if they delayed it a little bit so that it would take any kind of spotlight off of them for the moment and let everybody enjoy Death Stranding instead of being pulled, because I myself was going to be pulled in a different direction. Cyberpunk 2077's 2.3 update came. I'd probably take a little bit of a pause playing this. Now, because I can do both, I get Cyberpunk 2077, 2.3 update, I'd install that, I'd also sit and play that, and I'd bounce between the two. But I'm just wondering if CD Projekt Red decided, you know what, let's take the limelight off for us for that day. Let's give ourselves a little bit more time, maybe another month, and that'll be okay. The community will be like, aw, but then they'll be appreciative whenever it arrives and it's better. I wonder if that was a small little bit of reason. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a drink and a snack so that I can have it beside me, and then we'll continue on. So give me a quick moment. Be right back.
proximity to a BT area, this shelter was subject to significant chiral contamination. Said area has also been the source of a new type of BT. Unlike the usual sort, these ones are able to see us. Clear as day. As such, we've taken to calling the buggers Watchers. And they're every bit as dangerous as any other BT. You're gonna want to steer clear at all costs.
Alright, so we got BT Catchers, BT Gazer, BT Hunter, BT Watcher. A new type of BT.
Take the bowler gun, for example. With our data, we were able to improve and refine the design of the APAC standard issue model. You can charge it now to fire projectiles with a narrower spread. Perfect for taking down hard-to-reach targets with precision. And then, there's backpack customization. We've developed a number of unique attachments that can be equipped to the pack you're currently carrying. Stuff I guarantee will give you an edge in a fight. You might consider bringing this gear with you when you're prepping for your next run. Oh, and last but not least, we patched through an Odradek update that allows its sensor to pick up living beings and other entities. It's an improvement that builds on the sensor's existing functionality. Anything it detects will be visible to you as a silhouette for a brief time. I'm sure it'll come in handy down the road. Before I forget, there's a request I wanted to send your way. I know you're eager to hit the road and make progress, but I promise you, this is more than worth the trouble. It's a delivery for the lone commander, who lives not too far from here. He's an old ally who provided us with support for all matters military. He's also a crack shot with a sniper rifle. But after this and that, we went our separate ways. And he retired to a shelter off to the east. Can be a hard man to please, but if we could enlist his help again, I'm sure he'd provide us with all kinds of useful information. Data and schematics that might prove invaluable for your work. Especially if you're the type who likes to fight first and ask questions later. Should help us all combat the brigands a damn sight more effectively in any case. I'll forward this request as a sub-order, so check the terminal if you're interested in taking on extra work.
That was
This is
excellent
weird.
work, Sam. With the government now part of the chiral network, we've successfully completed the first step in our journey to connect all of Australia. I want to thank you for making this possible. Well done. To extend network coverage as far as West Fort Knox, our next order of business will be to link up the Western Environmental Observatory. The associated order is ready for you. This one may well place you in considerable danger, so be sure to take extra care when selecting your equipment. Access the delivery terminal here to pick up this main order and get underway.
A new sub-order is now available for you.
Sub-orders are additional requests from local residents. They do not have to be completed, but completing them does bring benefits. I think I'm going to do subliminal stuff first.
This cargo has been designated breakable.
Breakable cargo is more easily damaged than regular cargo. An impact such as a fall can severely damage breakable cargo even if its container is in perfect condition. Be mindful of uneven surfaces when transporting breakable cargo in a vehicle. The Lone Commander's much-loved rifle, built to his precise specifications, it has been dismantled and is currently in storage. The rifle is a precision instrument and has therefore been designated as breakable cargo. It needs to be handled with care.
Hello, Sam. This is Charlie. To aid you in your future orders, we prepared porter suits with camo patterns tailor-made for the Australian environment. We've also provided you with a new basic porter suit with customizable colors. Moving forward, I imagine you'll want to adjust your appearance based on the terrain and your personal preferences at the time. Try experimenting with your options.
Feels so much like Metal Gear. Oh, I like that. I like this. I like this backpack customization. All right, so again, I take a lot of notes, so I'm going to be taking some of this stuff down so I can chat about it. I don't know if there was modular upgrading in Death Stranding 1. I wonder. Well, that makes the patch, like, you should be able to put a patch right here. Aw. Like, I imagine most people aren't going to put a patch there. They're going to want to put something useful there. I mean, desert for Australia makes sense to me. Takes 60. Like, where is the? Is it hidden? Is it hidden here? Hold on a second. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna move this camera because if my it's right in the middle. Available memories 30. Maybe 40 for that one. 60. And I guess these are like activated. A passive. Alright, still taking a lot of notes. It's just me. Whew, that is super bright. Let me see if I can turn the game's brightness down. Not really. Why do I have two of them? That somebody just left that there?
I can perform reconnaissance for you if you like. After all, there's no telling what might be waiting for us ahead.
That sky is so bright. Like, make it a blue. It can't possibly be that bright.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Like, what is the purpose of this bridge? Yuka Momikoto. Master Deliverer. And puts this... I can't dismantle it. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I'd probably stay offline. It's because people put stuff in just the most awkward, useless places. Is that gonna go with me the whole way? What do I need to do at the government base? It's showing it as a... Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there. I think what I might do is... I'm gonna have to go back. Go up and right to the left. Where does it go? It just hovers up and down in the tar. Is it so I can see it? Darn it, where's the Magellan at? No clue. Maybe I will discover later. Yeah, I've got some snacks over here that taking up my attention. System's still in there where they bring you to a complete stop. I don't like that at all. This right here is enough. They turn the entire screen red. That's enough to tell me, like, hey, you're in a BT area. You do not need to bring me to a complete stop. Like I was just here. Do I even have weapons? Okay, I do have blood grenades. One. Okay, again, take a lot of notes. So bike braking, I'm gonna have to say it's poor. Same lack of braking. The vehicle continues to roll forward, even with full brakes. But the player is stopped instantly, regularly, when entering BT territory, or when getting out of the vehicle. Okay, so here's my pet peeve. One of the small nitpicky things. Well, it's whatever. When you're riding a motorcycle throughout the lands, throughout the UCA, throughout Mexico, throughout now Australia, it was with the reverse bike, you could be at momentum, hit the brakes, and you would not stop. You continue to roll forward, you'd hit the brakes, sometimes it would actually accelerate, or it would just do something that was not giving you much control at all. But the game itself brings you to an instant stop. That's sad. Brings you to an instant stop when you're entering into BT territory, or you dismount and it'll come to an instant stop. So the bike is capable, but when you're driving it, it just doesn't feel responsive when it comes to braking. It was the same issue for Death Stranding 1, and it seems like it's the same issue here.
Wasn't expecting a porter of all people to drop by. Most folks would have had Buckley's chance of making it out this far. Betting it was the government that sent you my way. They've got an eye for talent. That is one flawless looking delivery. Bring on the next. I appreciate what you've done for me, really. But I'm afraid I can't agree to becoming a part of this chiral network of yours. To be frank, I don't trust you drawbridge people yet. There's also no end to the dangers in these parts. And if you haven't got what it takes to face them, you'll die like all the rest. Complete my latest order though, and I might be persuaded to reconsider. If it strikes you as an unreasonable request, you may as well go home now. There's no shame in recognizing when you're out of your depth. You gotta know what you can and can't handle if you want to survive out here. All of which is to say you shouldn't go off half-cocked and throw your life away. Are we clear?
I mean, I delivered your favorite weapon of all time. Sounds like there's like BTs crawling around me. Did that not hurt him? It took 4? Wow. Okay, that's kind of a waste right now. And I didn't even need to do it. But now I know. And I'm sure I can upgrade. There's some big ones.
Like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
No. Ooh. This feels like I'm on Mars. What is going on with the backpack? What is this potion looking thing? Chemicals. I'll take them, but I normally don't even consider chemicals because most of the things I've used chemicals for are, well, most of the things that I picked up are for constructing roads.
Have a go at that. You actually managed to bring it back, did you? I'm genuinely surprised. Let me get a closer look at it.
You don't need to do that.
The contents look perfect to me. Hats off to you, mate. Where on earth did you find this? I was sure it was gone for good. Thanks, mate. You are no average porter, mate. That much is crystal clear.
Clear. Yeah. Yeah, really, mate. Might as well, mate. Yeah, alright.
I suppose I ought to hold up my end of the bargain.
Suppose I ought to hold my end of the bargain. Alright, so I'm taking a couple of things like, what is new about Death Stranding 2? What makes it different? What makes it worth visiting again? Story is new. Same characters, new characters. The Magellan, I guess, is sort of like having your personal underground bunker that you can fabricate, but maybe you can still fabricate this anyway. But if the Magellan is always with you, maybe you don't need to do that anymore. Vehicles, but vehicles were always a thing in there, so it's still kind of the same. Locations, we're in Australia and Mexico, but they feel the same. I think environmental, let's say, I haven't really felt any yet. Environmental hazards. floods, earthquakes, avalanches. That's a pretty big one. Map. It's a huge improvement. Like, its use is very, 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 very good. Ooh. Sniper. Smoke grenade. Firmware update. Faster scanner recharging. I have a limit on the... Oh, well, yeah, I guess I do.
So this is what it's like being all hooked up and wired in. At any rate, looks like the schematics for my trusty shooter and darling little smoke grenades are in your hands now. The form is a custom design of mine. Uses tranquilizer darts. Makes a hell of a bang when fired though. So keep that in mind. Just a shame our paths couldn't have crossed sooner.
Reach out and bite you.
Wouldn't have been so divided, and maybe my mates wouldn't have had to die. Hey now, don't knock them till you've tried them, alright?
Who said I was knocking them?
You can't neutralize an enemy with one, but they are effective at blinding them and giving you cover, far more than you probably realize. And even if they do open fire, you'll find that their chances of actually hitting you are slim to none. Which means that even if you've alerted them with one of your own shots, you'll have no trouble disengaging and repositioning. Properly utilised, they're a great tool for disrupting enemy attacks and buying you room to regroup. Furthermore, if you happen to have a sensor or something similar on hand, you can use it to track enemies through the smoke, making things pretty one-sided. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Or, if you're the kind of bloke who'd rather get up close and personal, you can chuck one at their feet, waltz right up to them unseen, turn a firefight into a fist fight. I assure you, once you've learned how to use these little beauties to their full potential, you'll have a heap of new tactics at your disposal. Experiment, see for yourself. My sniper rifle. It's configured to fire tranquilizing rounds. An ideal choice for those who prefer to get the job done without undue bloodshed. Bit of advice though, make sure you engage your enemies at a healthy distance. It's not a silenced weapon, so fire too close and they'll be all over you before you have time to react. And don't think about taking a shot until you've planned your next move. Any sniper worth their salt stays mobile, constantly securing new vantage points to evade detection. Ah, and always remember to account for bullet drop when shooting at extreme ranges. In a nutshell, you might need to aim at a point a notch or two above your target, depending on the distance. And finally, you want to hold your breath to steady your aim before gently pulling the trigger. Having left that life behind, I've no need for guns any longer, but that doesn't mean they can't be of use to you. It may sound like a bit of a yarn, but my friends and I supported the government's plans to rebuild Australia. To defend ourselves against those who had other ideas, we had no choice but to take up arms. It ended up costing most of us our lives. All because of me. The commander. You've seen what became of them. My mates are the Watchers scattered all over this hill. Mixed in with all the enemies we slaughtered. And for what? Deep down, we were all the same. Blokes who called this land our home. Was it worth all the struggle? All the bloodshed? For the world we shared to be reduced to this? So, I left the military behind. Decided I had to go it alone. I had to figure things out. Were we all just doomed to die and become Watchers? Was that the only way for us to come together? Now fuck that. There was another way. Before it all went to hell, we should have tried to find common ground. And now, with your chiral network, that might finally be feasible. Working with the government too, maybe. For all that and more, I hope you don't let me down. Righto, Sam. I know you got places to be, but an order just came in that caught my eye. Seems our friends over at the government shelter might be in a bit of strife. If you're willing to look into it, you can review the details by checking the sub-orders on the delivery terminal here. Might be a good occasion to fabricate a sniper rifle with the data I just shared, if you take my meaning. Anyway, think it over, would you?
Increasing Sam's connection level with the facility will increase the quantity of materials available to use. Some facilities may also share new items or developments with you as well. You can check what will be shared by accessing the Ring terminal and selecting Corpus Databank People. Corpus Databank People. Databank People, okay. A pair of hands attached to Fragile's shoulders. According to Fragile, the hands belong to someone that is not of this world. They are linked to her Ka via the beach. Hands are meant to connect things, after all. Recover all brigands' reconnaissance equipment. It'd be cool if the Magellan could transport me. Oh, sorry. I didn't even take the order. Brigand scouts have set up camp near the government's base and appear to be preparing to conduct reconnaissance operations. Recover all of the brigands' reconnaissance equipment to drive them from the area.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
It'd be nice to know how many I already have. Augmented Motion Scanner. Increases the time for which the results of the Odradek's motion scanner are displayed. Detected entries will cease to be displayed if you get too close. Faster scanner recharging. Augmented Terrain Scanner. So this new APAS enhancement. I'm gonna call this thing AKA skill tree. It is a skill tree. The APAS enhancements is a skill tree. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take my vehicle with me. I like how it changes color depending on its steep or incline, decline. See, I hit the brakes, and it's not really braking. It's like it's disengaging a clutch. Somehow this tiny little rock here has bound me up. And somehow I can't get over this tiny little rock. I'm holding the brake right now. Like it's just really poor. It's very, very poor.
Trouble nearby.
I'm like mashing on the brake. It's almost as if just letting go of the gas. Like, I don't know if I can show this, or watch, I won't be able to repeat it. Okay, so I'm going forward. I'm holding the brake. I'm holding the brake. Holding the brake. Nothing. It's just, I guess it's just a reverse. Like, there is no brake. Like, if I just let go of it, it brakes on its own. So there's no use. There's no use for the brake. What's the purpose? Dolman can. What the heck is that? One of Dolman's hidden talents. Once thrown, Dolman can suspend himself in midair to survey the surrounding area. He can also mark anything he sees. Where's my sniper rifle?
A word of warning, Sam. That sniper rifle doesn't appear to be equipped with a suppressor, meaning it will make considerable noise when fired. take care not to attract the enemy's attention.
All right, fine.
My time to shine.
Doesn't look like he can look down. Seems very weird. Okay, there's a brigand right below, but I can't see it because I guess I threw him too high. That's great.
On my way back. Nice catch.
Okay, so let's throw him over here. There's 4 people.
Reconnaissance complete. And we're back.
Is that the Magellan? There's one more guy, right? Hold on. Is that the Magellan over there? So it's nice that the Magellan is with you wherever you go, but wouldn't that completely show that I'm in the area and that these enemies here, like, or was this thing, or was it not there until I alerted? That is bizarre. The Magellan is just sitting over there. That's really, really bizarre.
You've recovered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
Seems weird. I'll figure it out. But, so is that a full charge? There's a brighter blue line through the charge line. Is that the charge? Oh wow, this thing can stack vertically? Nice. Fly request. Weapons. Thank you. 010. Wait, isn't there a... Everything is so, like, condensed. The size of Australia, condensed. The size of Mexico, condensed. The size of the NCA, condensed. Everything is so close to one another, but somehow they're not aware of each other. That has to be, like... blissful ignorance. All right, enemies are so close to allies. Resources, valuables, etc., but are somehow unaware of their surroundings. The Magellan, is that how you spell the Magellan? I have a sticker here. Magellane. Magellan can be parked right next to an enemy camp. The enemies are oblivious. Yeah, that to me is just slightly weird. It was like that in Death Stranding 1 too, so I don't know what the problem really is, but... Alright, so now I need to take it back there to him. Actually, let me see if I can drop this stuff off. don't need metals or chemicals. We do need the reconnaissance equipment. We don't need those metals. Put it in storage. Alright, we have that ladder, climbing anchor, bowler gun, that's good. Blood grenade, sure. Ladder, climbing anchor, smoke grenade, great. Alright, don't need to take on any orders. It'd be nice if I could just take orders from anywhere on the Magellan. Wait, what was this? No, was I supposed to do? I thought I was supposed to return it to this guy. He's the one that gave me the order. Take on a main order at the terminal of the government. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blase, blase, blase. Oh my gosh. So I grabbed everything from here, right? And then I was just supposed to deliver it here. But I went all the way back over here. The heck? Hey, Magellan, come pick me up. Oh well. At least I know the path. Wait. What is this? How is this? What the heck? I can't move. I can't move. Wow. You need to fix your collision. Oh.
Generator. I wouldn't want to be near that if it released its charge. Well, let's do it.
I do like how they've created a little barrier around the entrance to some of these locations, so that I know, hey, just put my bike inside there, and then the it will get red, or the delivery area will know that I've got something, or it'll take into account the location of the bike. Where sometimes, like, it won't register in Death Stranding 1. It wouldn't register where your vehicle was at because you weren't close enough. But you didn't really know where that was, so you kind of guessed.
Well. Retrieved that cargo from those troublemakers, did you? We're all very grateful. Now, let's review the order details. Yep, cargo looks good to me. I want you to have this data. It'll help you in your work.
Chiral anti-gravity device. What?
We've designated more materials for your use. Don't?
Now displaying your current order grade.
We've got our hands on those bastards' gear now. And it's all thanks to you. With this tech, we should have no trouble whatsoever monitoring and tracking their movements from here. Also, something tells me you've earned the Lone Commander's respect. Call it a hunch, given your more imposing aura. I reckon the Golden Fist and the Island Inventor will be keen to meet with you. He's a combat specialist who used to be stationed at Cape Fort Knot, which was a settlement located to the north of West Fort Knot. Anyway, he was a champion boxer, so he excels at close-range engagements, as one would expect. One time, when he heard a group of trigger-happy arseholes were getting ready to attack Cape Fort Knot, he went out alone and took the lot of them down with his bare hands. I'm honestly not sure how he's getting on these days, but if you could bring him into the chiral network, you would gain the support of a powerful ally. You're damn right I do. His skills as a soldier and leader were second to none. A marksman like you wouldn't believe. And not just with a rifle either. He once captured an enemy outpost with nothing but his custom handgun for company. If you can find a way to gain his trust, I'm sure he'll have something of value to teach you. But the poor bloke still holds himself responsible for the death of his comrades. Wrongly, in my opinion. The way I see it, if he couldn't save them, then no one could. Strange sort of fella, if I'm being honest. He set up shop on an island he never leaves so he could devote himself to his research. And if you head north from here, past West Fort Knot, you'll come across a lonely island just off the coast. As for this research, I've only met him once myself, and I couldn't make head nor tail of whatever the hell it was he was trying to build. But perhaps you'll have better luck than me if you decide to pay him a visit. This is a chiral anti-gravity device that can be attached to your backpack. Slap it on and your cargo will feel significantly lighter. And the more of them you use, the more noticeable the effect becomes. Any porter ought to appreciate a piece of kit like this. I'm sure you'll be a big fan.
So instead of the
Order completed. Well done.
the exoskeletons on your legs, it looks like it's going to be anti-gravity. It's interesting. Elimination mission. Liberate the Western Environmental Observatory from the brigands. You stupid brigands. You stupid brigands, I take you out. I kill you. Now, this, I'm going inside of this large area here. I guess this is kind of a city or building. If this game allows me to go into this building and go all inside of it, and there's different encounters in there, and maybe it randomizes it, procedurally generates it, oh my god, that would be awesome. Like, I don't need a vast world, as long as there's a ton of stuff to do. And it's dense. Like CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077, that city is dense. I still can't go in all the buildings, but you can go in a good number of them. But at the mega buildings, imagine having mega buildings that are just these procedurally generated towers of, like, conflict and like loot. That would be great. It would be great. Alright, where am I at?
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Alright, let's get rid of patches. Yeah, let's definitely put the grenade pouch on there. Oh, it's interesting. I don't actually keep it off, but okay. What's this new one? Instant cargo binding. Instantaneously generates an electromagnetic field whenever Sam falls over, binding his cargo and preventing it from scattering. Drains a small amount of energy from Sam's battery pack upon activation. A wait time is required after each activation before the enhancement is ready to bind again. I've already done sensor mode. Alright. Got bite. Need some help.
Accepted. Thank you.
Alright, let's get on to the Magellan. Like, I can't go anywhere else. Like, I can go straight to my private room, but I can't go to the bridge or anything. I can't wake up. It's like, I'm gonna go back to bed. Like, I don't want to go to work today.
Hi, Sam.
That's weird. Wait, what? Wait. What? So I use the toilet and the shower at the same time all the time? Okay.
It's okay. It's alright.
I can do this too. It was a little more than just going up and tapping it. I'm sure there'll be some kind of interaction there. Look, use the sink. It's daytime outside because you can see like that image is kind of in the daytime.
So in order to survey an area, I have to rely on a very special power. My strength of will, you might say. The requisite focus can be rather exhausting, but I'm happy to grin and bear it since it's for your sake. So, if you deem it necessary, feel free to send me airborne as many times as you like. It won't use up any battery or chiral crystals either. All it requires is that I place my absolute faith in you. Which I do, so don't hesitate to ask for help.
Man, he's just got infinite, I guess, conversation points. See, maybe the Magellan will open up to me, but like in order to do anything or see other characters, I have to be going to the bathroom all the time. Yeah. Kind of a bummer. Got the drip strand. That's that one. If I go over here, look at those weapons, start training. Yeah, like I want to freely walk around the Magellan. I want to freely walk around. I don't want to this kind of locked in thing, but whatever. Or even this, like, if you're going to have me walk through to go to the bathroom or walk through to go to the firing range, then let me walk through to go to the exit and then have those interactions with people. Like, it is such a bummer that I can't move freely around the Magellan. Would have been so freaking cool. I don't know, maybe it's still there, but... Alright, what do I have here? Alright, so the bike was repaired. And my orders are... eliminate, okay. What kind of weapons do I have? Sniper rifle, bola. Alright, I'm not doing any silent sniping right now. I see no reason for this bridge to be here. And I can't remove it. It's unfortunate that you have no capability of removing the bridge either. Yeah, like this bridge has a purpose.
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh, that's not a big building at all. It actually looks like a PlayStation 5. think that might be kind of what it is.
Almost there. Definitely not alone.
Ready to launch.
I think okay, there was a guy there. I think that's it. There might be a guy inside here, but I'm not sure. Can't scan him. Checking for movement. Okay, so there's a road paver.
Let's catch up.
Take care of these tower guys first. A turn.
There we go, get out of my way.
Is he gonna always be standing like that? Alright, maybe I go this way instead. Oh great, just happened to turn. What he saw and what he sees. Doesn't warn other guys, like, hey, can you give me some backup? Now he should roll down. That's what I think he should do. There's not a guy inside the tent, that's good. Alright, well, maybe I could get him before he turns around. Alerts everybody. Okay, those guys will get later. Oh, that could have been bad. That guy I found by audio.
I'm right here.
Which way does he go? He actually yells instead of like, whispers. Alright, so the only two guys we have left are the ones in the tower. Or the ones near the tower. Alright, let's see if we can...
There we go, get out of my way.
Not sure, not sure. How's he gonna get up to me? Where did that guy go? Did he glitch out? Did he glitch into the... Did he glitch into the ground? Oh wow. That's pretty bad. Unless there's like a hidden base thing over here. He is in the ground. Is there a secret entrance or something there? What you got here, buddy? Well, glitch number one.
There we go, get out of my way.
Okay, dokey. Finding enemies with the strand. With a strand equipped, press when behind an enemy to bind them. Hold your breath and render Sam's footsteps completely silent. If you're able to sneak up behind an enemy unnoticed, you can use your strand to bind them. I don't know how long he sleeps. Stay down. I guess we're not going to get this guy.
What you looking for, dumbass?
How'd you get in there? Okay. Well, I'm sure he's not gonna bother me at all. Alright, now I need to pick up something from here. Oh, no way. It's locked because the guy's glitched into the ground. Great, great. That's outstanding. I have a glitched enemy in the ground and I can't complete this mission because I can't kill him. I can't take him out. Perfect. Perfect. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. There we are, folks. So even the best of companies can't get away from bugs. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if this fixes it. Maybe he'll pop up because it'll want to reload him and it'll find out where to put him. Otherwise, we might be screwed. Sleep till morning. I don't want to wake up until I'm ready to wake up. Bow, down, 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 bow. Been on the deal, it's about 80 to bow. Oh wait, let's see if I can dismantle this thing when I'm just near it without the bike being there. I do not want this bridge here. There we go. It's a waste. Absolute waste. Alright, let's try this again. Everybody awake again? And most of them are down. Okay, yeah, this guy's back up. Has no clue that all of his compadres are down. Been there for a couple of days, yep. I'm gonna have to write it down. Like I have to be clear, like on everything. I don't have to be. Like, I'm not expecting it to be perfect, but it's just observations. Enemy awareness. I'd say 1 and 2. It is poor. Enemies do not have awareness of their incapacitated allies. Here, what is this one called? Western Environmental Observatory? I cleared the Western Environmental Observatory of all but one enemy. That enemy glitched underground. I had to reset, sleep from sun down to sunrise, then returned to the same location, and all the enemies subdued from before still so. And the one remaining enemy was patrolling all by their lonesome, completely unaware that none of his, I'll say colleagues, who knows if his friends, were down. Okay, so that to me is bad AI. It's poor awareness. Now, let's say that there were 100 people and you incapacitated 5 of them. All the other ones probably not going to care. If you have a guy that was above you, that was on patrol, and there is one guy here, like I'll show you, like there is a guy up here that I incapacitated. He's down. So there's this one other guy here that I can't mark, but he's completely unaware. Completely unaware that the guy above him hasn't spoken to him for an entire, from sundown to sunrise. Completely unaware. So now the enemy base is neutralized. It's basic, it's average AI. I'll say it's average. It's not above average, it's average AI. Like, if they see somebody incapacitated in front of them, it's like, oh, I must react. They do patrol, but they are unaware when everybody that was with them patrolling is no longer with them patrolling. So does that mean now this area is no longer... That would be a cool concept, if I cleared an area and then they had, like, the brigands come in and have conflict with the people that are residing there and trying to reestablish themselves into the network or join, you know, the bridges or join the UCA. And then I have to go in there and, like, protect them and that kind of thing. I just have to maintain the area, become the savior. Okay, so now it has a new spot, I guess. I guess whatever zone I'm in, that's the one it goes to. Oh, so I do still have skeletons. A shimmering silver, a gleaming golden. Grenade pistol, okay. MP grenade, a hand grenade designed using MP technology, making it effective against any target, explodes on impact, and can be stored in a grenade pouch. Okay. Firmware is updated. Porter, increased, nickname Mover. Pass enhancement. Okay. There's still a lot of menu clicking, clicking out of, clicking, clicking out of, clicking, clicking out of, clicking, clicking out of.
For our ability to monitor chiralium levels by the plague gate, as well as keep an eye on the tar currents. More accurate data will definitely make travel safer for you and your friends aboard the DHV Magellan too. Ever since the plague gate appeared, we've been seeing increasingly dramatic anomalies all throughout the Australian continent. Some theorise that the UCA's connection to the chiral network destabilised all areas with our coverage. But what's done is done though. Our best bet is to follow suit and connect Australia too. It may also serve you to know that there are 4 environmental observatories, including this one. If you can bring them all onto the network, we're confident we'll be able to calculate where and when the next plate gate will appear. Anyway, you should already have access to the data we designated for you.
Plate, another plate gate.
To get that old road patched up.
Where else would I go?
Well, there's our schematic for an MP shell variant grenade. MP shells explode on impact and are non-lethal munitions that can not only incapacitate humans, but also deal corrosive damage to mechs. And while they're not as effective as blood grenades, they can definitely hurt BTs too. In any case, you might want to keep a few stashed in your grenade pouch at all times. We've also shared data for a grenade pistol. While it's only good for a few shots, this gun lets you fire MP shell grenades as projectiles. Its small profile means it packs easily as cargo and won't get in the way. Naturally, it'll fit snugly into any handgun holster as well. Our last contribution is the battle skeleton. Like other skeletons you may have used, it increases your maximum carrying capacity and movement speed. This particular model also provides additional protection. However, when you boost it to move faster, or whenever you benefit from its damage reduction capabilities, it'll consume battery power, so make sure you have enough to spare. If you find yourself running low while on the road, you'll need to use a generator or a private.
Wonder why she wasn't showing up on
You want to
screen.
take one out for a spin? It once ran through this region. Saw quite a lot of traffic from what I hear. If you scrounged up enough materials to keep the autopaver fed, you could make it just like it was back in the old days. But it's not like we have everything you need just lying around. Restoring roads is a massive undertaking, to put it mildly. Having said all that, east of this facility, you'll find the Smoke Hill mine. Get them operational and processing ores again, and you should have no trouble securing the requisite materials. I've posted a sub-order for this task, so take it on if you're interested.
Okay.
We can't thank you enough, Sam. Before you go, you've been getting a lot of praise for all your hard work. And in recognition of this, it seems you've been officially cleared to take on standard orders. Between the harsh conditions and the violent outlaws, there are fewer and fewer folks willing to serve as porters these days. But there's no shortage of people who need help. So I encourage you to take a look if you're interested. You can review the available requests by bringing up the list via your ring terminal. You'll find a new sub-order too. We need someone to restore the mine. Bet you could benefit from having it operational as well. Anyway, thanks again for going above and beyond. Best wishes and safe travels to you, my friend.
That's some good work, Sam. The DHV Magellan's parked not too far from your position. You'll be able to pick up your next order on the ship. But before that, you should head back to your room and rest up. I imagine you're both pretty tired. You and Dolman.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, look. There are wild animals nearby. Such creatures are rare and precious. Friends to be protected.
Hey! What?
Oh, why am I getting kicked around like that? Okay, kind of weird. Just trying to get... What am I hitting? Is the Magellan getting in the way? No. Just trying to look at this guy. Focal length. Roll. Depth of field off. Exposure. Yeah, lens distortion. Show Sam off. Dolman. Frame. Light on. Don't know exactly what that means. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what to let. Take that off. Gosh darn it. Stop, please. Ugh. See, this is the problem with cameras that just like really, really poor. Like I want to zoom in on this guy, I just can't. Alright. Roll, change, on, autofocus on, aperture. Alright. Exposure, contrast. Filter strength. Alright, hide menu. Take a picture. I'm going to have to get rid of my camera. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to take a picture. I'm not sure where I left my... Okay, my bike's over there. So is this area now just like open for my group of people? I'm just stretching here. Wait, what? APAS has provided us with Brigand-specific VR training program. I gave it a try while I was checking to make sure it booted up properly, and I've got to say, it was no joke. I can't believe you fight against blokes like these, Sam. Top stuff. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. All right. Bit of a stretch here. Stretching left and right. Stretching down to the toes. Good, nice, solid stretch in. Do some squats. Solid stretch for the pelvis. All right.
I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Perhaps we could take a break?
I've taken quite a few already, but I guess we'll take another one because it's required. Flashback to Death Stranding 1.
Are you all right? You were talking in your sleep. Kept repeating the name Amelie.
Sam, Tarman here. I'd like to brief you on this next order of yours. Once you're ready to head out, access the delivery terminal on the DHV Magellan to proceed.
So, the files say you worked with Amelie to connect everyone in the UCA to the chiral network. But that despite your best efforts, an extinction event known as the Last Stranding seemed destined to kill us all. Until Amelie found a way to put a stop to it. She single-handedly sealed off the extinction entity's beach, preventing countless BTs from invading our world, and in doing so saved humanity.
But why am I telling you this? You were there to witness it all with your own 2 eyes. And you, of all people, must know that humanity can never truly escape extinction. The ultimate goal of Drawbridge's mission is to overcome the Death Stranding. If we succeed, we will be fulfilling Amelie's dying wish. At least that's how I see it.
The first step of fulfilling our dream. We're hooked up to the network, and the contamination's a lot better already. I've got nothing but gratitude for Drawbridge. Whether we'll ever be united country again, well, that depends on the people. We've taken the first step. I'm looking forward to seeing more facilities joining the network. Thanks.
Are you all right, Sam? What was that just now? Did something happen?
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid. It seems we have a little problem. The tar currents nearby have grown unstable. Under these conditions, it's unlikely we'll be able to establish a chiral network connection. Our scans have identified a potential cause. An unknown device located within a brigand outpost to the north of West Fort Knott. It's hardly an elegant solution, but we need you to destroy it.
Nothing's lip
When
synced.
you're ready, take on this main order to proceed. The client in this case is the musician. I can't wait to hear what he has to share with the network. Don't let us down, Sam.
I just want to let you know that you are going to get what we need from you. Could you please help us with everything that you're doing? And if you get there, just do the things that I tell you to. And if you could just help us connect the entire world to the net. It's like, no. Sometimes it's perfection, and other times, well, it's not.
Hey Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets or MP shells. Alternatively, consider getting close enough to access the device directly. You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to disable it without resorting to brute force. Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter on site will be wearing armor protecting both their heads and bodies, and that every one of these armored units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing them to move in and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've gone ahead and added armored enemies to our VR weapons and combat training programs. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths. That's all the information I have for now. Review your potential routes and finalize your equipment loadout before heading out. We're counting on you, Sam.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
They said that they were wearing, like, I guess we could take the battle skeleton. Don't know if I'd need a PCC, but no, I wanna. Alright, fine. What is the rubber bullets? What is MP? Mid-range MP. Mid-range weapon MP. I think MP is good for BTs. RB is rubber bullet, so non-lethal. And they said that they'd have armor on, so it'd probably be useless. So I think I can take this and put that in a private locker. Chemicals. Private locker. Don't think I'm going to need any of this. Don't need the blood grenade. Don't need the ladder. Keep the smoke grenade. Aim assistance. When aiming a firearm. What's this one? Fast scanner recharging. Augmented terrain scanner. Doubles the terrain scanner range, allowing Sam to... Oh, yeah, let's get that one. We've only got 5 remaining, so we're maxed. Three, 2.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds. Disengaging weapons restrictions.
I could start putting materials in here. Chiral crystals, good metals, ceramics, chiral crystals. So it needs 160 ceramics, 300 chiral crystals.
Okay.
couple hundred ceramics. Oh, there's a road already going up for there. Handicap Sam. Materials stored at this facility can be withdrawn as cargo, allowing you to transport them to another location. Alright, we need ceramics. Got 160. I think that's what it said. Gotta do my part. Oh, look, there's a... Oh, look at that road. Road complete. Road's super bright.
Sam, are you planning on entering enemy territory while carrying all that? With that much cargo on you, they'll spot you in no time. Why not stash your backpack and any excess equipment somewhere safe? Take only what you need for now.
Go, Magellan, I need you to land. Why does it do that? Yeah, this is weird. Like, why the heck is the Magellan... Why does it do that? It's just like, I guess so that I can see where it's at, but it's very weird. I mean, I have a map. Got metals, ceramics, metals. And what do I have on my chiral crystals, assault rifles, metals? Alright, so I have a PCC, a bola gun, smoke grenades. What is that large container? What is that massive container on my back? What is that large box? Oh, mysterious record. Okay, well, just tell me that. Okay, everything else is okay. Yeah, the rest of it's fine. The rest of it is okay. Should have just taken those materials and delivered them elsewhere. Why aren't I holding my... Why are...
Get to safety, Sam. You could pass out at any moment.
Nah, ain't gonna tolerate that. Alright, I think that's a good stopping point there. What a horrible, horrible system. Absolute junk. Like, I had this equipped, and every time I tried to do that, it wouldn't work. And I guess it's because I had something in my hand that I didn't want to grab, but I guess the game thought, oh, I'm going to grab it while in combat. That made no sense whatsoever. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I think it's a sign. Plus, I think I'm about at the 3-hour mark. Yeah, over that mark. I'm going to take a break. It's probably a good spot to do that, but I'll be back with part 3 of today's day 2 in Death Stranding 2. And yeah, I enjoy the game. I do get frustrated with simple things like this, but that's just me. It's not the game, it's me. But if I get frustrated, it's time to take a break and come back at it fresh, and I'll be enjoying it and loving it like within another couple hours. But it could be less than that, but I'm gonna go maybe learn a board game called Dawn of Madness in the new scenario I'm trying to put together. So this is a good spot to end. Thank you all so much for watching part 2 of day 2, but I'm going to keep playing every day until I beat the game, and doing a couple of streams per day. But I'm going to take a break. I'm not just going to binge the whole thing, because you need a break. Moderation in all things. All right, thanks so much. I'll see you again in an hour or two. All right, bye.